Miriam, what makes your technique, the Giro vocal motion technique, different from regular singing?
Actually, that's an incredibly easy thing to answer. Speech level singing is exactly what it says, the level of speech. So when you think about the level of speech, what's involved? You're talking about a jaw, you're talking about a mouth, you're talking about throat, and you're talking about basically an attachment between one and the other. Because the mouth, the jaw, and the throat are basically hooked together, and the mouth at that point becomes the focus of where the voice is going to be constructed. That may not be exactly the way speech level teachers explain it, but I'm very simple, and so I explain things as simply as I possibly can. The difference between Giro vocal motion technique and speech level singing is two entirely different spaces. In one space, speech level singing, the idea of using the instrument, meaning the throat, as the primary functionality. In Giro vocal motion technique, you cut out the throat completely and you allow the instrument to do what it knows how to do perfectly already by itself if it has the right information. Now, what is the right information? The right information is that, of course, the vocal instrument is inside the throat. Of course, the vocal cords are inside the throat. But here is the conversation. Can you actually tell me or convince me that you are capable of moving and knowing how to move the vocal cords and manipulating the vocal cords into what your mind actually perceives as being the melody, as being the word, as being the interpretation? Come and work with me on this, and I'll make you understand how there is only one place in the body that actually knows exactly and precisely how to use and how to work the instrument. And that is only the brain. Only the brain knows how to work the muscles of the throat, how to work the vocal cords, how to work the larynx, how to work the glottis, how to work the tongue, how to work the lips, how to work the muscles in your face, how to work, in other words, every single part of your body, every single part of your vocal instrument. In other words, it's the brain and not the throat. It's the unlimited potential of the brain's knowledge that we have to tap. And it is that knowledge that Giro vocal motion technique, which I teach, is going to impart to your brain. So the brain basically begins working the knowledge that it has refound, because we were all born with it. It's birth knowledge. And then we take that knowledge, which we know, which we understand, and we build it into the process of allowing the brain to create with it what you already perceive as the sounds and the words which you would like to speak. Which means, at this stage of the game, you've cut out the entire manipulatory system of shaking the larynx in order to make vibration. You've cut out the muscles of the throat, which mean you have cut out the push of the instrument. And what you've created in your mind's eye is a place where everything begins anyway, where everything ends anyway, because the brain is the only place that knows how to move every single thing in your body. So why not also your instrument, which is speech or song, in exactly the same place, but knowing how to move inside that infinite, powerful, magnificent knowledge space. That's what we learn when we begin the work with Giro vocal motion technique.